Hey guys, Steven Giordano, Family First Life Health and Wealth here in beautiful Fort Lauderdale. Today I'm honored and privileged to be on the Next Level Live. What I'm going to be talking about is how to write $40,000 a month consistently. And that word you're going to hear a lot because to me it's all about consistency. When we build a house, we have to build a strong foundation. So I like to break things down to the least common denominator for myself. So first of all, we have to have a mindset that's a winning mindset. When we attack this business, we need to say to ourselves, we're going to win and we're not going to lose. And that really starts within us, where we're saying no matter what happens, we're going for it and we're just going to win because we're winners and that's what we want to do and that's what we're setting out to accomplish. That's our goal. So that mindset is great, but there has to be habits and things behind it that will lead us to writing 10K a week, 40K a month. So let's start with schedule. We have to be diligent with our schedule and have non-negotiables around our schedule. I know for me, I need to run 25 to 30 appointments each and every week. So that means that no matter what, I have to find a way to get there. So that starts with lead flow. I know that I have to have 60, 70 leads coming in fresh a week, and I need to be diverse in my leads. Facebook final expense, mortgage protection, EverQuotes, some of the live call transfers. I need to be diverse. I need to have a lot because I need to be able to fill my schedule with a lot of activity to make sure that I'm hitting those numbers. A lot of times we get very emotional about the fact that we don't write enough premium and we don't hit 10K a week. And really what we need to get emotional and upset about is the fact that we didn't do enough to buy enough leads on the front side. We didn't dial long enough. We didn't book enough appointments. If we could get so annoyed about those things, it would lead us towards not having to be annoyed about the results of actually getting to the 10K a week. So we're looking at schedule. We all have personal things that go on in life, and I think sometimes we'll let those things get in the way of our goals and focus on how to write the business that we're looking to write. So when you have things going on family-wise, look at your calendar, look at your schedule, map those things out, and then find a way to make your schedule around those things to make sure that every week you have 2 dial days, you have 4 run days, and you hit those numbers. So now let's kind of break down a little bit about the day-to-day. So for me on a dial day, I'm getting up early. I get up at 4 a.m. I'm not saying it's for everybody. It's not easy. It's hard. But you know what? If we want to write those numbers, nobody ever said it was going to be easy. It's simple, but not easy. So getting up at 4, maybe for you it's 5 or 6. I do it. I get my head clear, have some coffee. I'm able to read an affirmation and have some gratefulness to my day of all the blessings that I have in my life and also here with FFL and the great opportunity that we have. Then I'm hitting the gym because to me, the reason I named my group Health and Wealth is because I think your greatest wealth is your health because it's leading you towards being able to have great starts to your day and having the energy that you need to be able to go out and run 30 appointments. So I hit the gym, and I'm also able in the gym, I'm able to map out my day mentally. I'm listening to podcasts in the gym. I'm listening to music. And then when I'm done working out, after about an hour, hour and a half, I'm catapulting myself into the day, into the dial day. I'm back home by around 7, have a little breakfast. Then I'm up in the office, and I know that 8 a.m., non-negotiable, I am on the phone, and I'm pounding the phone. And we've talked about it before, the big hour between 8 and 9. That hour is big because you can really get a jump start on people when telemarketers don't call and we do, and we can book a lot of appointments in that 1 hour, and it really sets up the day. And let's think about the difference between doing that of maybe having 4 or 5 appointments from 8 to 9, or if you started at 9. Now you're behind the 8 ball, you feel stressed, maybe you get a little sloppy in your phone script, and you feel a little desperate. So let's set ourselves up for success and be ahead of the game. So now we're dialing. We also have to have a little mental strategy with ourselves saying we need to dial until we book 15 appointments for the 2 days that we're running next. So whatever that looks like, we have to make sure that we do it. So for me, I'm dialing from that 8 to 12. I'll take a break at 12. I'll stop. I'll make lunch. I'll call some carriers. I'll call some new agents. I'll touch base in any way I need to. But I know that on the days that I'm working, even though if I'm working from home or in an office, those hours I'm working. So I'm not confused about the fact that whatever's going on at home doesn't really matter because I'm working. So now I make my lunch for that day, and then I'll make it for the next couple of days out in the field, because when I'm out in the field, I don't want to have to stop. If I stop at a Panera a half hour 4 times a week, and I start doing the math on that, there's a tremendous amount of appointments that I could have been running. And that could take you from being a 200K producer to a 300, a 300 to a 400, all because I stopped to have lunch. So now I pack, big cooler, I have my lunch, the whole thing's set up. I can kind of book my whole day out and just kind of eat and go the way I need to. So now I'm dialing, I have those 15 appointments. On the run day, same dynamic. Up early, gym, out the door, try to hit that early appointment, 8 a.m. It's gold. People are there, people are home, and people are buyers at 8 a.m. So that's always a big way to start the day and get things flowing. So now the other thing I touch upon is the fact that we need to type into training, and we need to do it as also a non-negotiable. In the time in our week, in our drive time, we need to allot for time to listen to training. Also, like I said earlier, in the mornings, later at night. And then also while we're in the car, not pumping music all day long, not listening to sports radio, but calling agents, running ads, calling agents, touching base with other agents, and building our team, building our business from the car. And again, understanding that if I'm out in the field from 8 to 7 or 8 to 8 or 8 to 6, whatever it is, all that drive time, I'm really building my business. And that is a work day. And what's really great about this business, and I think we all understand it, is the fact that we're able to buy back time because of the work that we put in the front side, where we are building things and building the agency and getting other people going. So also understanding that in the beginning of this business, we need to sacrifice more. We need to give more, and then on the backside, it's going to be able to give more back to us. I also think it's really important, it's something that I work on every day, is to handle the ebbs and flows and the ups and downs and the chargebacks and the this and the that and the no-shows, because they really don't matter if you have enough activity. Now, if you don't have enough activity, they're going to play a mental game with you, and they're going to cripple you. And you need to make sure that when anything, the business kind of punches you in the mouth, that you're able to take it, and you have the next appointment, the next door knock, the next, big policy is right around the corner. The next family to protect is right there. It's just a matter of you structuring and filling your schedule to do that. I think if you can do a lot of these things just repetitively and not let life get in the way of your business, you're going to consistently have those numbers. To me, that is the formula for success. It's very simplistic in nature, but I think the problem sometimes is we let things distract us. And we need to not let that happen and understand that the more that distracts us, the more that it's going to hinder us from hitting our goals. We all know that this business is a tremendous, tremendous opportunity, and we're exploding right now all over the country. There's so many great things going on, and Sean and the team, they're really going out of their way to innovate a lot of things for us, and we need to capitalize. One thing I said early on to Mark, who's my mentor, was I came from corporate America. And I worked really, really hard. I worked in restaurants and worked a lot of different hours and a lot of different things. And if you told me then that I'd be able to issue pay 400 grand and upwards and work less than I worked at a job making 100K, I would have thought you were kind of a little crazy, because it really is a little crazy. So we can't fool ourselves into understanding that we need to put in the work now. But the difference again is that buyback of time. I could have worked that job for years and made incremental raises and never be able to get myself to a point of financial freedom. Whereas now I'll be able to do that as time goes on, because I'm laying the groundwork each and every day and understanding the opportunity that's in front of me, and understanding that if I have to work a little harder now, it's going to pay off later on. And it already is paying off. That's the tremendous thing about this business. We have such gratification as business owners early on. It's really unprecedented comparatively to other businesses that are out there. So I really want to see everybody out there that wants to get to 40K a week. I want to see them get there, because it's really awesome seeing the success of people that are in the business, that are doing it, and that are really, really working hard. So make no mistake, it's hard work, it's dedication, it's having a schedule, and it's sticking to it, and having the right mindset in the good and the bad, and keeping yourself even keeled. I hope this helps. I really, really am going to plug and promote finally the FFL conference in February. Guys, if you have not booked, you need to book today. It is going to be money in the bank, and it is going to be a tremendous opportunity for all of these tremendous top producers to get together, share ideas, share stories, and teach us how to be tremendous agents and build a great agency. God bless you all, and be well.